am happy about my job. It's really 2026, like I am positive. I am sure this is going to be my best year yet. I come from a family of 7. If I become a mother, I'm sure I'm going to have this energy. Our siblings will have their issues, but the fact that we always put whatever it was aside and we'll still always come back to pray. He knew me before I was even conceived. Like, he gave me a job I never had to struggle for. And when you decide what you want for yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody is saying or whatever. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Buki. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. This is the best place to be. Please make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss future videos. And if you're an old subscriber, good to have you back, guys. I cannot believe it is 2026. Happy New Year. I know this is not my first post of the year. The last one I shared was already planned from the previous year. So just take this post as my official welcome to the year 2026. It's really 2026. Like, I am so excited and I am just so grateful to God for everything. And you guys, let me tell you, I am positive. I am sure this is going to be my best year yet. And just because I am excited and I was reflecting, I just felt I needed to start this year with a gratitude video. Guys, God literally carried me through the year 2025 in ways I would have never expected or imagined. And I just felt that before setting goals, before doing anything or coming to give you guys vlogs or coming to stress you guys on the channel, let us just reflect and just thank God together. So that is what this video is going to be about. And if you really think well, you will see that you have many reasons to be thankful. So let's get right into this video. The very first thing I am thankful for is the fact that God is so mindful of me. Like, he knew me before I was even conceived. Like, do you know how amazing? And I've spent 30 something years on earth. Like, isn't that enough reason to thank God? Obviously it is. The second reason why I'm so thankful to God is for the salvation of my soul. You know, God knows me and His grace carries me, my relationship with Him. God has fathered me. He continues to father me. He has been there for me as a friend. I am so thankful for the salvation of my soul. The third thing I'm thankful for is for life itself. You guys, 2026 is a new year, and the fact that I am here, the fact that, you know, my family is here, crossed over into the new year with my family, my friends, I am just so thankful. You guys, on the 31st of December, I went to church and I shared testimony in church because I remember what happened in 2024, 31st December. I literally went to church crying. So looking back, you know, a year after, this was 31st of December 2024, I was just like, nah, I had to come out to thank God. Another reason why I'm thankful is my family. I come from a family of 7. I am so thankful for my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brother, you know, everyone being healthy, everyone being fine. God has been good and kind. What the enemy meant for evil, God turned it around. God keeps turning it around. I also really want to thank Him for unity in my family. I want to thank Him for peace, for how kind He is to my family. And I am so grateful for that. And specifically or especially, I want to thank God for my mom. That woman, you know, sometimes I just think about it like, if I become a mother, am I sure I'm going to have this energy? Am I sure I'm going to even do quarter of what my mom has done? You know, when I was in Nigeria in 2024, my stay there was, it was good initially, and then things didn't really go how I thought it was going to go. My mom stood. In fact, I felt so bad. I felt like I was even stressing her out, but you know, I feel like the gift of motherhood, I feel like some people carry special grace and anointing, like to just be mothers. And my mom is one of those people. And no wonder everyone refers to her as our mommy. She's mommy to so many people. Like, she's patient, she's kind, she has learned and unlearned certain things. She's sacrificial. Literally, she's the glue that holds everyone together. So I am especially thankful to God for her life. And also she turned 55 in November last year. Like, God, thank you so much for my mother. I pray you continue to keep her, continue to keep my parents, continue to keep my family. We live in different continents. I and my other sister, we're here in North America. Another sister is in the United Kingdom, and my siblings, they're in Nigeria, but we are all still united, connected, and I am so thankful to God for that. Another thing I am thankful for, which was also kind of like the highlight of my 2025, my job. Woo, you guys. You will not understand, because obviously I have not really talked about my waiting season, what I was going through. Someday I'm gonna share it. Maybe I would even write a book, because guys, the pages will be full, honestly speaking. God literally crowned my year with his goodness. He gave me a job I never had to struggle for. There was plot twists here and there, like everything just worked out eventually. I don't even want to go into so much details, but just help me thank God for that job. You don't understand. I'm going to work every morning, I'm commuting, I'm saying, thank you God for a job. And I am happy. Most people say they work in toxic environments or their jobs. I am happy about my job. I'm looking forward to going to a job, not because, maybe because I was in the waiting season for the longest. No, but you know when the job just aligns with your future goals, your plans. Meanwhile, when I was in the job market, I was targeting specific organizations. If I feel like there was a company that I applied to maybe more than 100 times, I'm sure anytime they saw my name, they probably would banned me or something. But I am so grateful because God literally picked this job for me. Everything just worked out perfectly fine. So I am thankful to God that I am able to make an impact, being a healthcare babe. My knowledge from being a medical doctor was my master's degree. Like, no knowledge, no experience, no education is wasted. And I'm putting everything into use right now. So I'm thankful to God for that. And that also means that, or I'm going to say that, when you have a vision, when you decide what you want for yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody is saying or whatever. God has put the vision in your heart, your mind for a reason. I remember when I said I didn't want to go the clinical medicine way. People felt, you're lazy. People felt, you're not serious. People felt, no worries. I stood my ground, you guys. Maybe one day I'll give you guys the OGs, but yeah, so I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful to God for my siblings. I know I've talked about my family. My siblings and I, we've been praying back to back since 2023, Mondays to Fridays. 5 of us, we meet to pray. Do you know, despite being across different continents, do you know the dedication it takes? Even me working, I'm literally commuting back from work and I am joining prayers, like doing things like that. I am thankful for God's grace and strength for us. I mean, not like anyone is perfect, right? Our siblings will have their issues, but the fact that we always put whatever it was aside and we'll still always come back to pray, that in itself is a testimony. I'm also grateful for my prayer partner. We started being prayer partners sometime last year, and I'm so grateful to God. Someone I've known for the longest when I was in medical school, and we're not even in the same school, but God just has a way of aligning, arranging, and working everything out. So I'm just so thankful to God for my siblings as prayer partners and my other prayer partner. Another thing I'm thankful to God for is favor. Hey, you know this song that says favor surrounds me like a shield. Like the way God just opened some doors in 2025 for me, I am just so grateful. Honestly, like I am thankful to God for favor. Another thing I'm thankful for is my church. Yes, RCCG, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Amazing Grace, located here in West Haven, 389 Campbell Avenue. I am thankful for my pastor and his family, and when you're going through stuff, just having that community, people just looking out for you, and also having a community where you can serve God. Even on days when I didn't want to go to church, when I was feeling so sad and down and everything, I would always remember, Buki, you have church, you have work to do. So I am thankful to God for that community that I look forward to going to church. So I'm just so thankful to God for my church. If you're in the state of Connecticut or West Haven, that is the church you should be attending. If you're not attending that church, I honestly don't know what you're doing. Okay? Another thing I'm thankful for is good friends, the gift of men. You guys, oh my God, when I was in, when you have friends that will just randomly send you thousands of dollars, you're going through this, take this to pay your rent, do this. They are supporting, not even about financially, even emotionally. keeping you in prayers. Like, I don't have a lot of friends, even though it feels like I do, or I don't want to use the word I'm quite popular. I was popular in my undergrad, right? People know me. I'm just someone people know. But doesn't mean that people who know me are my friends. But I'm grateful for the gift of friendship. And I'm also specifically grateful for my best friend. Notiwa is such an amazing friend, and I am so thankful to God that I went to NYC Camp. I'm so thankful to God that we met and we've been able to build our friendship, and I'm grateful to God for her family as well. Another thing I am thankful for, I'm thankful for deliverance and protection. You guys, we don't even know the things God actually protects us from. And I'm saying this as someone who is here. I have siblings in other countries, especially Nigeria. My parents literally go out every day. And God has been good. God has been kind, delivering us even in our sleep. The sun did not smite us. Nothing. Our going out and coming in, God. Honestly, God, I am grateful for deliverance, and I am grateful for protection as well. Protecting us from even the things we put our hands and our legs into knowingly. And God is just an amazing God. I'm thankful for my YouTube and my online community. I'm talking about like the different platforms I am on. Just having the space to be able to create, able to impact people, to just be able to be myself. I always say this, like, even though I stopped blogging, because it got to a point in time where I was like, I cannot do this right now. So one platform has to go, and it has to be my blog. But I'm getting back to blogging this year because I need to put my outfits. I've always been a blogger. My outfits and just pen down my thoughts. I feel like if I was even blogging, this gratitude post would probably have gone up as well. And just having that space to create. I keep saying it that in the most difficult seasons of my life, one thing that has been constant is content creation. As an undergrad student, as a medical doctor, moving back to Nigeria, doing my housemanship, leaving Nigeria, coming to America, everything, content creation has been constant in my life, through the bad, through the good, through everything. And that is how I know that this is part of my purpose. This is part of even when things were not going well, I will still have the energy to create and just, you can't say, because you can't let your emotions decide when you want to create content and when you don't want to create content, because it's a ministry, and if you don't take it seriously, God will raise somebody else, and that will be your loss. So I'm grateful for my online community, and I'm hoping and praying that this year we are gonna grow together. We'll be besties, and I'm looking forward to everything that's gonna come out from my social media platforms as well. I know I have talked about this before, that, grateful for the gift of men, but this one I'm grateful for it times 1,000. In Pidgin English, Nigeria will say, "I mean, no waiting my idols." Like, God will literally, in 2025, God just raised men for me in rooms where I probably would have where I would never even find myself. People that have never met me before. Raising men to break protocol for me. Hey, God, who am I that you're mindful of? So I'm just so thankful to God for the gift of men. God, this is something that is also constant in my life. People wanting to help me, people wanting to support me, people always asking me, people just wanting to do stuff for me. And I do not take it for granted at all. I'm so thankful to God for that as well. And I also pray that I'll be that person, that man, that woman that God will also use to help other people. God will raise me to stand for other people and support people even when they have no idea that I'm standing for them in rooms that matter. So I'm just so grateful to God for the gift of men. I'm also really thankful to God for planting me in this country. This country, I mean, the United States of America. So if you're new here, I'm currently based in the US. I'm in the state of Connecticut. Hey, the devil tried to take me out, but mercy said no. You guys, one day, I will give this testimony. For opportunities, for visibility, for just, Connecticut, for just even planting me here in the state of Connecticut. People will not understand, but I believe God brought me here for a reason. And if you remember, if you watched my grad school, I think it was talking about like when I was coming here, like the admission process. I told you I got admission into the school, into the state, and also Chicago. For some reason, I just knew that I had to be in this state. I have never been here before. Even I've never been to Chicago before. I mean, before I came to DS, I've been to like some other states, but this state of Connecticut, I've never been. I feel like when I was even coming was the first time I heard about this state, but God has been faithful since I got to this country in 2021. Since I've been in this state, everything has just always worked out. And I am so, even when, at some point when I was trying to get a job, I was like, I didn't mind going to other places, but I just also knew at some point, I was saying I didn't mind going to other places because as somebody I was frustrated, but I had a feeling that I was still meant to be in this state. I just had a feeling that my stay here or my job here or my whatever here wasn't done yet. So I'm so grateful because I also shuffle between Connecticut and New York, being in New York and city influencer. It is interesting and just, living in both cities or in both states as well. It is something I am enjoying and I am so thankful to God. Another thing I am thankful for is answered prayers. You guys, do you know what it means for you to pray for, even if you've been praying for stuff for years and God decides to answer in his own time? That requires you to be grateful. Like God meeting me at the point of my needs. Like even things that I'm just random, like I haven't even prayed about, but I've just thought about like God has answered. Do you know how amazing that is? Even as a content creator, I'm literally thinking, oh, this my skincare product is almost, oh God, please. And a brand is sending me, no, God, I am grateful and thankful for answered prayers. Like I said it from who am I that God is so mindful of, and I am so grateful. I am thankful for answered prayers. Another thing I am thankful for is health. For myself, for my siblings, for my parents. You guys, I've been in this country since 2021. The only time I had to go, it wasn't even the hospital per se, it was the dentist's office, and that was when I had to go and get a tooth out. I have not stepped my foot into the hospital since 2021. God has been good and kind. Even when I was in grad school, I would always pay for health insurance, but I never had to use it for anything. So I'm thankful for health. There was a time I was like, when I was going through everything I was going through, one of my mom's worries was the fact that this girl should not get depressed, she should not be, then it will not affect her health. Well, God really was with me. God really kept me. God, provide everything. So I'm grateful for health, and I'm also grateful for health for my parents as well and my siblings. Like we never really had the reason or, to be going to the hospital. I never had any bad news from home. So that is a reason to thank God, and I am so thankful to God for that. Another thing I'm thankful for, which I'm not sure people will be really thankful for, because when I reflect, when I look back, I'm like, thank God these things actually happen. I'm thankful and grateful for the challenges of life, because challenges of life will make you surrender. Challenges of life will make you look up to God, the author and finisher of your faith. Challenges of life will make you hold God by his jugular. I'm telling you, and challenges of life will strengthen you. Challenges of life might mess with your head, might mess with your emotions, but if you're able to really see and pay attention to what God is trying to show you in that season, trust me, you'll even be thankful that these things happen. And I know that it is easier said than done, but trust, coming from someone who was literally in the desert, someone who life shook her like this, but I am still standing. I've said this thing one day when I share my testimony, you guys should just be like, huh? You went through all of that book here and you were still showing up gracefully. You were still So I'm grateful for challenges of life because they really strengthened me, increased my faith. It got to a point when things were happening. I was like, no, God has not said that. It got to a point when let me tell you, like when something was, I said, I'm going to wear, I had, this outfit that I was going to wear. I said, I'm going to wear this outfit. Like challenges of life. If you hold on to God tight and you're serious and you know your strength, you know what it means to be a Christian, you'll be delusional even with your faith. It got to a point I said, look, I literally put this outfit on my rack and I kept speaking to that outfit every day. You think I was talking to my friend? I'm wearing you on the day I'm going to give my testimony. She's like, even when I was getting back, I was just like, challenges of life will make you stand like this. That God is with you, and it just changes something in you. It makes you, I know what they always say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Exactly. So I'm thankful for challenges of life because it just also really shows God's almightiness. It just always really shows that if God be for you, no man. If God has destined for something to be yours, no man. See, the only thing the devil can do is to cause unnecessary delay, but cannot alter or stop what God has in store for you. And if you don't go through some of these challenges, when the answers come, you won't really be able to appreciate. I was saying it to one of my friends, I said, with the things I have gone through, like when I have my children, they'll have stories, because I'm going to tell them, look, hold on to God, because only God can save you even when you create a mess for yourself, God has the ability to even bring you out of that mess. So I'm so grateful that, these challenges come. Although when you are going through these challenges, you won't be thankful. You wish these challenges were never here, and these challenges can actually run you mad. But trust me, God will always deliver you, and God will always bring you out of that season. And most times when you go through certain challenges, it also preps you for the next phase or the next season of your life. Another thing I'm thankful for, this one has to do with me, resilience. Hey! Resilient queen. Like my dictionary, giving up is never an option. And for the grace and strength to keep pushing, like God, I am thankful for that, because I don't think it's everyone who is resilient. So people literally just give up. God will still sort them up. And I'm just like, when you don't even feel like, even when things are looking so, no matter what, I'll always push. That is one of the things I like about me. And I like you so much, because even somebody, Buki, you're so resilient. Wow, you're so, so I'm thankful to God for that. Honestly, I'm just so grateful to God, thankful to God for everything. I'm thankful to God because I am pretty. I'm thankful to God because I am educated. I'm thankful to God for resources. I'm thankful to God for just making me different and unique, for creating me in His own image, for every other thing. I'm sure if I want to list out everything I am thankful for, especially in the year 2025, we're not going to finish today, honestly speaking. So these are some of the reasons why I am actually thankful, and God was just really good and kind to me in the year 2025. So it deserves all the glory, it deserves all the praise, and it deserves all the adoration. So now moving into the new year, this year I decided to do something different, in the sense that I would always work on a vision board, right? And if you guys remember, there was a video where I handled a vision board session. I think it was in church, and I posted it here on my channel. I'll probably leave a link somewhere. So, but I didn't create a vision board I actually created a vision board for 2024 into 2025, but it wasn't anything like, crazy. My previous vision boards, God has been good. But this year I was like, what? I was just scrolling through, I think Instagram and probably like TikTok as well. People just different things. And something just really stood out to me. And I was like, okay, why not do something different? Instead of working on a vision board this year, why not write a letter to God? And I've never written a letter to God before. Yes, I journal my thoughts and everything, but this was like, I'll write an actual letter, more of like a prayer board, the things I want. God, please, God, this will happen, and the way I even started the letter, I was like, dear God, oh my God. And I poured out my thoughts, I poured out everything on my mind, and it felt so like you're writing a letter to your friend, and you're just writing. You guys, the front page was full, the back page was full, but it felt so good. And at the end I said, from your darling daughter, Buki. Oh my God. And I am looking forward to everything God is going to do. That was so nice. I loved it. I'm looking forward to everything God is going to do. And I know by the end of this year, you guys just watch out, because how I started this year, it's not how I will end this year, even on this YouTube channel, in everything by God's grace. I've also decided that this year, everything I am doing, I am committing my plans into the hands of God, because that is the best thing and the wisest thing to do. I don't want to just lean on my own understanding. No, as a content creator as well, I want God to take absolute control. The ideas, the thoughts. And you guys, let me even tell you, right, before we moved into towards the end of 2025, it was just on my mind that, work on a get to know me, like post it on Instagram. I literally posted it, and that post alone was like a carousel post. And if you guys know, I've been posting videos like reels, but I posted that carousel. guys, and it has brought me over, by the time this video goes up, it probably would have brought me over 150, 60 or 70 new followers. Like, thank God for that. And then I worked on another one again, how I plan to live my 2026. That is probably not my style, and that is not something I probably would have done, but I want to believe God is the one directing me. So I'm being more intentional, when it comes to committing my, before any post goes up, God, please let it reach the right audience. Bless the work of my hands, things like that. So I'm just being more intentional. And also this year, I'm queen of consistency. You know that, but this year I'm going to be much more consistent. I trust that even when growth feels so slow, faithfulness matters. And God is, one thing I know for sure that gives me consolation is that God will always reward me. And scripture already says, sayest thou a man who is diligent in whatever he is doing, will stand before kings and not men. So my reward is coming. Like I said, you guys should really watch out. I'm prepared to be sick of me, because this year as well, I am carrying my content creation journey and every other thing I have to offer on my head. Because if I don't market myself or put myself out there, who is going to do that for me? Nobody. So you guys, you'll be seeing me on TikTok, I'm there, on YouTube, I'm there, on Instagram, I'm there, on Twitter, I'm there. You don't know which platform God will use to give you that breakthrough. Okay, so guys, one thing I also want to say is I'm thankful for you all for watching, for subscribing, for engaging with my content. If there are any specific things you want me to show or share on the channel this year, please let me know. Like, I would love to do that. So I am open to ideas, to suggestions. I also want to try out different things on the channel today. Like, I don't want to box myself. I do beauty, I do lifestyle, I do travel. For my birthday this year, by the special grace of God, I am traveling. This will be the best birthday yet, because the last 2 birthdays were horrible. Even though I have not posted my birthday vlog from last year, but I had a good time. But on my birthday, I still cried. So I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, so if there are specific things you want to see on the channel, let me know. So we've come to the end of this video. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I really do appreciate you all. I am looking forward to everything God has in store for me this year, and I'm so certain it's going to be a year filled with growth, blessings, and alignment with God's will, God's plan for my life. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.